For those years, during those years, their love and understanding of each other has grown, deepened, and now they have decided to live their lives together as husband and wife. Now, Matt and Cecilia, you each have a unique sense of humor, and both of you have somewhat eccentric ways of looking at the world. You can probably appreciate comments like what Groucho Marx said, marriage is a wonderful institution, but who wants to live their lives in an institution? And Dave Barry built on that when he said, marriage is love, and love is blind, so marriage is an institution for the blind. So it just goes downhill from there. Personally, I like to turn to the rabbis of the Jewish faith who have said there are 3 rings in marriage. There's the engagement ring, there's the wedding ring, and then there's the suffering. But seriously,
good one.
I want you to understand and remember that marriage is taking a stand. It's saying to your lover, your family, your friends, your community, I'm committed to this relationship. I'm going to stick it out and make things work no matter what. So that's the beauty of the traditional wedding vows, that since we didn't have really time to discuss like what you would prefer to have, I just decided we would use. So make sure as we go through the vows that you keep this in mind about this commitment, stating it in front of everyone, and that it is taking a stand for this. So you ready?
Yes.
Okay. You don't look pale or anything. Okay, so let's start with Matt. Repeat after me. I, Matt, take you, Cecilia, to be my wife, to have and to hold, from this day forward, for better or for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health, to love and to cherish, from this day forward, until death do us part. Cecilia, repeat after me. I, Cecilia, take you, Matt, to be my husband, to have and to hold, from this day forward, for better or for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health, to love and to cherish, from this day forward, till death do us part. Okay, now, can the rings be brought forward? Okay, great, that's Tim, right?
Yes.
Can you give Cecilia's ring to Matt? And don't rush because we have till November 5th. Okay, Matt, place the ring on Cecilia's left ring finger and say, I give you this ring as a sign of my love and devotion. Okay, now give Matt's ring to Cecilia and place that on Matt's ring finger and repeat, I give you this ring as a sign of my love and devotion. Okay, now it's become popular in weddings these days that at this point there's some solemn act that's a fitting metaphor for marriage. So knowing both Cecilia and Matt as I do, I've selected a ceremony that reflects their personalities, which is a big red flag right there, and their Polish heritage. So here's what we're going to do. I have 2 glasses here, 2 shot glasses actually. One of them is filled with water. The other is filled with vodka. And I don't know which is which. And you each get to pick one of the glasses. And then when I give the signal, you toss down the shot of vodka or water. And the idea is that you must conceals this and act as if the vodka is water, whichever of you gets it. Now, there are different interpretations to the meaning of this, but here's the one I like. I like it because it's the one I made up, which is that if you can conceal from the people here which of you drank the vodka and which of you drank the water, then you're going to be a very powerful team. If you can't conceal it, you'll still have a wonderful relationship, but the one who got the water is obviously going to have a little hold over you. So, which would you like, Cecilia?
Your left hand.
All right. And Matt? Okay, so remember.
Do we have to look at the audience?
Yes.
Yes.
Turn and face the audience.
In my eyes.
Watch two. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, and go.
Oh.
Anybody?
No, I can.
Okay, well, I'd say
Matt got the vodka.
Now he got
I
water.
think Cecilia.
Cecilia is still coughing.
so.
Matt
Which
got
one
the
of you?
vodka.
Which one of you got the vodka?
I did.
Very good.
Oh,
Obviously,
cheaters.
you're going to be a team to be reckoned with. All right. So now that you performed your first scam as a married couple, or your first activity together, we're getting close to wrapping things up. But first, I have some free advice for you, which I guarantee is worth every penny that you're paying for. First, Matt. If Cecilia asks you to do something, you're usually best off just doing it right away. You know that if you don't, she's going to make your life miserable until you do. So just avoid all that time of pain and misery and just do it right away. Done. And just try this out for a while, and I think you'll find it makes your life very pleasurable. Because women, unlike men, tend to think in terms of more quality of life and things being rich and fun and warm. So you'll actually probably find out that her requests are good for you. Now, Cecilia, men are goal-oriented and they mostly think linearly. And they tend to believe that the way women think is scattered and frivolous, even though women's thinking is actually richer and more practical. So have pity on Matt and follow these three principles. 1, make sure your requests are clear and unambiguous. So he has a clear goal to follow. Then if you change your mind, not that that would ever happen, but if you do change your mind, make sure that he understands that the first request has been canceled, that there's a new request, and make sure that's clear. And then third, importantly, when he does honor your request and does what you've asked him to do, tell him what a good job he did. Compliment him. So if you two do those things, I predict you'll have a great time together, although you may have anyway. But now, so that's very simple, but keep it in mind. I bet it will be very effective. So with all of that said, before the Almighty God, power of the universe, and by the power vested in me by the state of Illinois, I now pronounce you husband and wife. So, as Dr. Seuss wisely said, you're married now, so kiss the bride, but please do keep it dignified. Friends and family, let's congratulate the married couple.
Bravo.
Do I get to throw the flowers then?
Yes.
Backwards. Yes.
Sarah.
Back.
Oh, everyone has to fight.
Serenka.
Single ladies.
Married and single. Who knows what?
Hello from Sarah. Baltimore.
It's
try to catch it.
Yeah, catch it, Sarah.
Computer.
Hey, look, it's Sarah.
You are the last in this family. I need 3 sons and now I have 3 daughters. So.
That was it. That's it, folks.
That's it.